All right, fine music fans. This is Ren's Day. We'll get to Ren, but first, there was one episode we didn't get to because of time on Monday, and that is the fifth and final list of 80s tunes. Right? We did
Woohoo!
we did Marvin's list.
Love it.
We did Testing Marvin.
Love it.
We did my list.
Yup.
Oh, and then this is the fourth one. Okay.
Let's
The fourth,
go.
because Fred had an episode two. Yeah, Fred had episode two.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is list only exists because these are not my favorites, right? You already saw the list of favorites in episode 814. So, but these are ones that I own, so they must be good. They just didn't make the top 21.
Mm.
Well, they're in alphabetical order. This is just too much work to
Not your
go find a
favorites.
year.
But it's not, but they're not your favorites.
Okay, so the first one is a tune that I heard when I was driving to San Francisco, or maybe driving back from San Francisco. It was 12:30 a.m. I'm doing a night drive, got the radio on, about 100 miles from LA, and I hear this song. Well, actually, it wasn't this song. Now that I think about it, it was Mine's Full of Maggots.
Wow.
Yeah, but this song I like better than Mine's Full of Maggots, but they're both really good songs. In fact, I'm making a punk list, and Mine's Full of Maggots is going on the punk list. So that's the
Wow.
song I heard in the car, and I totally loved it, tripped out on it because it had such a Halloween flavor to it.
Okay.
But it was punk, and it had
Punk.
this very peculiar beat that you would not normally hear with punk. But it was punk. It was
Interesting.
totally punk. I mean, this is a very punk band, Alien Sex Fiend, from the 80s, of course. I think it was in the mid 80s. And so their best song, probably their closest thing they ever had to a hit, was EST Trip to the Moon, which is an 8-minute song.
Wow.
Really good song. Really good. Just good. It's danceable. It's
Wow.
danceable. Mine's Full of Maggots is not danceable, but
But
this
this
one is.
for a punk rock group to be danceable?
Yeah, that's so weird, huh? Okay,
Yes.
so they didn't quite make my top 21. Sorry, Alien Sex Fiend. Next up, this is a very famous song. You might have heard of it. Happy Birthday. Maybe you haven't. It was from the early 80s, I think 81 maybe, by a band that really only had one hit. Altered Images had one hit, Happy Birthday. So it's like
I
the
know.
just a female singer. So it's like a happy punk version of their own version of Happy Birthday, not the Happy Birthday song. Just like the Beatles did a birthday song too, but it's not Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday.
The same thing. This is an original song. Really good, upbeat song, makes you happy.
Wow.
Art of Noise. You heard of them?
No.
They were on MTV. They had two hits. Beatbox was the first one. The other was called Close to the Edit. And that's probably because the producer was uh, Trevor Horn. Had to think
Mm.
about that for a second. Too many Trevors. Trevor Horn, who was a member of Yes and produced Yes, also
Wow.
produced many other groups. And this was his little side project called The Art of Noise. Beatbox, very catchy tune, great video on MTV using chainsaws.
Wow.
And Close to the End is good too. Those were two definite hits. And they even had a soft song called Moments in Love, which was a 10-minute instrumental.
10 minutes.
10-minute instrumental, very slow and dreamy. And
Wow.
so I'd highly recommend their one and only album, I think it is.
I want to
Okay,
see.
very famous group, B-52s. big in the late 70s, and their comeback song in the 80s was Roam, if you want to roam around the world. Okay.
Remember,
Same thing with Blondie. Sorry?
I remember the B-52s, but I can't
Yeah.
remember any song that would like reach out to me to know. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? I
They
knew
had
the
a song
nails.
called Dance This Mess Around.
Mm,
They had another song called My Own Private Idaho.
I know the
Uh,
name of the group, but I don't know any of their
yeah.
songs.
They're a
Keep
very
going.
photogenic group, very photogenic. Two women, two men, and very successful.
My bad, my bad.
Just like
Blondie.
Blondie. Blondie started out in the late 70s. They played in New York at CBGB's. They were punks to begin with. And then the other side of them came out, which really came out on the first album. They have a love for 50s music,
Mm,
right? The early pop. And so they did some songs that were like that. And then they did an album called Parallel Lines in 77 that had their breakthrough hit. Uh, what was that breakthrough hit? And,
yeah, because I know Blondie, but what was
uh,
that great song she put out in the 80s?
Blondie's still around. That's right. I mean, they had a song recently, but
Atomic?
Atomic,
I don't,
sorry.
I don't know
Okay.
Atomic.
Yeah, Atomic is early 80s. It was toward the end of their initial reign, late
Mm,
70s, early 80s. And it's a dance song.
mm.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
good
give it
dance
a go.
song. Leave it at that. I mean, I can't spend too much time on any one of these, really, because there's 51 of them. We've only done five, 46 to go.
Keep going.
We all know him, David Bowie.
Yeah,
His biggest 80s hit was Let's Dance.
yeah, I know that one.
The Buggles had the first MTV song, right? The first song they played on MTV in 1981 was Video Killed the Radio Star.
Wow,
Very famous video. And also famously, the Buggles joined Yes for one album,
wow.
and the fans didn't like that.
Did you?
Yeah, but they did all right. They did all right. Did all right. They were proggers at heart. They said they were Yes fans to begin with, and it shows.
Okay.
So their career was actually quite short, but Trevor Horn's production career was very long. Here's a classic that makes anybody's punk list, the Buzzcocks. I remember, I think it was 1984, or no, 81, or I don't remember what year, man. That's why I didn't put the years. I could have looked it up,
Okay.
but the friend of my wife at the time gave me this gift for my birthday, a 45 RPM record of Something's Gone Wrong Again by the Buzzcocks. That was my introduction to the Buzzcocks, and they had a lot of good songs. Pete
Wow.
Shelley was the lead singer of the Buzzcocks and the songwriter, and he went on to have a solo career too with some good songs like Homo Sapiens. So good stuff. Feel free to chime in, interrupt me anytime.
No, because I don't know. I don't know those last two.
Yeah, if you
If
don't
you
know
can
it, that's
say,
okay.
there's not much I can say.
No problem that you don't know. It's just
Is the
I
Clash
look
the next one?
the Clash.
Yeah,
I didn't even
the
bother putting the. Now the Clash had some big hits.
you did it.
The song I chose was not one of them,
Mm,
but to me, it's my favorite Clash song. That's why it's there. The Call Up. Check it out sometime. It's a great
yeah.
song. They had many great songs. It's an anti-war song.
Oh,
You like Phil
well,
Collins?
um,
In the
everyone
Air
does.
Tonight. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was his first like hit. I don't think it was a single, but it got a lot of radio airplay.
she did.
Yeah.
Because that was when the radio was still going on. Although uh, what's it called again? YouTube, not YouTube. What's another thing we were just talking about? I
In
forgot
the
it.
80s, no.
No, with the videos, that thing, MTV.
Yeah, MTV.
You know, during that time when this song came out, um, MTV was going on real good, and that show Miami Vice was going on. I believe that song is in one of those episodes. Sorry,
That's all right. That's interesting info. Maybe they used it. That's awesome if they did.
I think they did.
Yeah, cool. I didn't really watch that show.
Keep going.
Yeah. Depeche Mode, one of the greatest bands of the 80s. Never Let Me Down Again, one of their greatest hits from the late 80s. What a great band. A lot of good songs.
I know the name, but I don't know any of
Yeah,
their songs. I don't think.
it's called New Wave, a little bit goth even,
Okay.
right? They were influential. A lot of bands were influenced by the sound of Depeche Mode, absolutely.
Wow.
All right, this next one is going to be pretty much unknown to most people. Deuter from Germany was an electronic instrumental artist, and his songs were usually very tranquil and meditative, just like this song, Call of the Unknown.
Yeah.
So it's a good introduction to Deuter.
Okay.
If you like music that is restorative to your soul, meditative, restorative,
Wow.
or contemplation, Deuter is one of your very best choices. Another famous band, Devo,
Yeah.
Whip It,
Yeah. Yeah.
Whip It Good, big MTV hit. They have a lot of songs that are not as well known. And I'm putting, like I said, I'm putting together a punk list. Swelling Itching Brain is going to be on the punk list.
Wow.
Yeah. If you don't know the song, check it out. Okay.
Rip It. I know that song. Devo.
In the 70s, there was a band called Emerson, Lake and Palmer. You might have heard of them.
I have.
But Paul Palmer joined Asia in the 80s, so he was not available for this
Wow.
comeback album in 1986. And so they got another drummer, Cozy Powell. You might have heard of Cozy Powell because he was a drummer for some of the bands you like. Yeah, like
Wow.
I should be able to remember right now, but I think he was a drummer for Rainbow, where it had
Wow.
Ronnie James Dio as the lead singer, and the drummer was Cozy
Yeah.
Powell.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So he fit with them like a glove, and totally like a glove in the sense that his last name starts with P. So they could still be called ELP. And they had a huge hit with Touch and Go.
I
Yeah,
don't know that song though. I don't know that
not a hip,
song.
not a hip song really, but if you're
Okay.
into prog or whatever, here's another ubiquitous band, Fleetwood Mac. They're inescapable. And in the early
Yeah.
80s, they had a little tension in the group there, but they did come out with an album called Tango in the Night, and they had a hit song by the late Christine McVie, Little Lies. Very pleasant little song. They have more interesting songs than that on their albums.
I know Fleetwood Mac for sure, but I don't know that song.
Yeah, well, their
Keep
heyday was in the 70s. That's probably why you don't know.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Peter Gabriel,
Woo woo.
lead singer
Uh,
Genesis, went solo. And
uh,
yeah, like we said before, nothing but depth from this guy. Even his fun
yeah.
song, Sledgehammer, has a lot of depth.
Yeah.
And
I
it's one
know
of the
that.
most legendary MTV videos, right?
Yeah. In the 80s, I knew that song so well. I know that song. Anyone would.
But you don't know this one.
No.
In the early 80s, there were a lot of small one-hit wonder groups, and Human Sexual Response was one of them. They're almost called Figure 14 and had a picture of two kids looking at a plate of Jello.
Hmm.
And the hit song is "What Does Sex Mean to Me?" Really good song.
Never heard of it.
Not on my punk list though. They're not punk enough. They're more of a. They're
I mean,
like Altered Images, more like pop.
I'm surprised you're so into punk.
I like a little bit of everything. I do. I do. And I experienced this music in the 80s when I was in my 20s, early 20s. So I was a hip young dude. Whatever. I
Okay,
watched a lot of MTV, listened to the radio. Speaking of MTV, Chris Isaac had a huge hit with Wicked Game in the late 80s.
never heard it.
Very sexy video. I don't think he's wearing any clothes or, well, he's
Was
probably
he at,
shirtless or something.
was he at MTV though?
Yeah, it was a big MTV hit.
Wow,
Yeah, definitely. They got a lot of air video play, a lot of video
interesting.
play because it was such a sexy video.
I'm surprised I haven't seen
Here's someone you might not know because this is another one of those new age artists. I got into new age too. And
it.
probably the thing that got me into new age, I might have said this in another video, I don't know. But when I was in college, I took a class, Art of Creativity, and every week we had different teachers teaching different subjects, everything from line dancing to singing. That was a scary one. And
Jeez.
of course, meditation. So the
Okay.
teacher played this album, Guitaro. He had an album called Chun Huang because he's from China.
Mm.
And I heard that song. Well, maybe it wasn't this song, but it was one of the songs in the album. And I thought to myself, oh, that sounds like just like from John Anderson's album, Elias Sunhillow. And she'd never heard of it. So we did a music exchange, you know. I gave her a cassette because they didn't have anything else back then in the early 80s. Albums and
Right.
cassettes, right? So I gave her a cassette of John Anderson's Elias Sunhillow. She gave me Kitaro's album, Chun Hong. And my love for New Age music was born.
Wow.
I started listening for it. It's kind of an offshoot of electronic music,
Yeah,
really.
but I mean,
Softer stuff. You know.
it's soft, soft.
Yeah,
Good
it's,
with it.
yeah, make you feel
Yeah.
good, pleasant, tranquil.
Yep.
I like
Steve
that.
Miller.
It's uplifting. Yes, sir.
Ooh,
Steve Miller Band. One of his last hits. Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you. That might not fly in these PC times.
but that. I mean, what would you categorize Steve Miller? Because he has so many different types of songs and stuff. You know,
He's a blues rocker. Blues rock. He's got some blues.
that was blues rock.
And his blues rock was more uplifting than most blues rock, really. He's more of an uplifting character, right? Because he had that huge
But
hit, The Joker.
yeah,
I'm a Joker. Midnight Joker, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah. And then Fly Like an Eagle.
right, right,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yeah. I like Steve Miller. Yeah, well, he would be in my top 20.
oh wow, that's quite an accolade. Cool.
He would be in
Well,
one of my top 20.
he's in my top 72
Yeah,
for the
because you've
80s.
been listening to music more longer than me. And
Yeah.
if we put the whole list together, I mean, I would go back into the Motown groups I liked, you know? So it might be the top 100.
And that's going back to the 60s.
Right.
Yeah. That's a whole nother category. We'll have to hit that someday.
Keep going.
Missing Persons, another one of those early 80s punk new wave bands, more new wave than punk. They had a very sexy lead singer, and his her brother was the drummer, Terry Bozzio. Her name was Dale Bozzio. I think she passed away. I think so. I'm not sure about that. Maybe not.
I know the name. I know the name of the
But
group.
Terry Bozzio was a drummer, and he was a drummer for Frank Zappa.
Wow.
And then he joined UK. He was like the replacement drummer in UK when Bill Bruford left UK after one album. And then they in the 80s, he teamed up with his sister for Missing Persons, and they had a few hits. They played at the US Festival, and not on the night you went.
Oh yeah.
You went on the Hard Rock night. You didn't go on the New Wave night. Or you would know most of these. Like this band was there. Boingo Boingo.
Okay, I know that song. I know that group.
Yeah. So this is one of their most famous ones because it was in some movie, Dead Man's Party, I think it was a movie called. It was about some teenage boy. He uses a computer to make the perfect woman or something. Hard to remember.
Oh yeah, that one. And she came
Yeah.
around. Yeah, that was word science.
Weird Science. That's it. Thank you, sir. You earned your spot on the chart.
I know that one. I remember that movie. That's a top in my movies. That has to be top 10,
Oh yeah,
15.
that's seminal film for a young guy.
Keep going.
Hey, speaking of comebacks, Roy Orbison was big in the 60s,
Wow.
and he got the comeback because he was a member of the Traveling Wilburys. That was the supergroup that George Harrison put together, like
I know the
somebody knows
name of that.
somebody type of thing.
I know the name of that group.
Yeah, the Traveling Wilburys might come up in here later. Uh, George Harrison knew Jeff Lynne of ELO, and he wanted Jeff Lynne to produce his album, and they did. But there was this one song that he was asked to make another song to be the B side of the single. And the song was so good, the record label said, don't make it the B side, make another album.
Wow.
And so that particular song had some very special assistance. They happened to use Bob Dylan's studio. So Bob Dylan was there. George
Wow.
Harrison happened to stop by and pick up Tom Petty's guitar and invited Tom Petty to join them at the
Wow.
recording session. And Tom Petty was having lunch with Roy Orbison, so Roy Orbison got to join, be part of the gang. So
Wow.
talk about a way of assembling a supergroup. That was very serendipitous. Yeah. So bottom line, Jeff Lynne, huge fan of Roy Orbison, like they all were, one of the most legendary voices in rock. And so Jeff Lynne produced a new album for him
Hmm.
called, I think it was called Mystery Girl. And the hit single was You Got It. This was late 90s, 88, 89. And then Roy Orbison passed away shortly after that,
I didn't see
had a heart attack. Well, speaking of Tom Petty, there he is right next door,
that.
right? That
Oh,
was his biggest hit of the
yeah,
80s, I think.
you gotta know free falling.
No,
You gotta know
that
that.
was mega hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He has a lot of good songs, and that particular album was his first solo record, not with the Heartbreakers, but then some of the Heartbreakers played on the record, so it's
Oh,
not really solo. It's just not the full Heartbreakers, just Mike
why did they
Campbell.
break up? Why did he break up with the Heartbreakers?
Well, they didn't exactly break up. He was just trying to do something different. I think he was influenced by what happened. Let's see. I'm not sure, but either before or after the Traveling Wilburys, he did this album, which means it
Oh,
was produced by Jeff Lynne also.
okay.
And there's something about Jeff Lynne's production and the way he handles the artist. He gives the artist a lot of freedom and it's very casual. And that really charged Tom Petty's batteries because he was kind of down. He did an album called Southern Accents,
Okay.
which is maybe his most down album.
Wow.
He was like running out of creative juice. On
Okay.
that album, I think the hit song was Don't Come Around Here No More, like we talked
Oh,
about
I know that song.
already. Yeah.
I know that song.
So he came out with that album, Full Moon Fever, and Free Falling was the big hit from it. And there's a couple other great songs on there, Running Down a Dream, and Move On. Oh, here's another 70s band. I'm showing my age again.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Well,
What?
after The Wall, which came out in late 79, they pretty much almost broke up completely. At this point, when they did their album in the final cut, which is
The
an album
Final
you
Cut.
like, is that right?
That's one of my most favorite albums of all
Yeah.
time. I love
Well,
that
we
album.
our opinions differ. I like The Wall, but
Yeah, but
on
keep
that
going.
album was Not Now John. It was a very good song.
I know the group. I don't know the song, though.
Yeah, it's from Final Cut.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll have to go back to that album and refresh your memory.
I'm gonna go later on. I'm gonna watch the whole movie again.
Robert
Robert
Plant. Yeah, when Led Zeppelin broke up because John Bonham died, well, he didn't want to stop making music. Jimmy Page was too distraught to do anything for a little while, so Robert Plant started a solo career with different musicians,
Wow.
and then he had a few hits, definitely. And this is from, I think, 84. Heaven knows.
Heaven knows.
And you can just I can picture the video in my head. I hope it's 84. It might be 87. I don't, it's hard for me to remember the years in these things, but he had some hits. I was thinking about putting up Big Log, but I think Heaven Knows is a bigger hit. So that's why I
Heaven
put it
knows.
there.
I don't know that song.
That's why
Police.
we're recording this so that you can refer to it later if you ever want to look up these tunes.
Police. The
The
police.
police. Say what?
The police, not
The
police.
police. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. I
The
did
police.
cut corners here
Okay. I know
because I
that
try to
song.
make everything fit on one line. But you're right.
I
The
know that. I
police.
know that poem. I know that poem. That song.
You know the song too because it's from Zenyatta Mandata, my favorite police album,
Oh,
early 80s, right? I
that was in
think.
the 80s. That was in the 80s. I know that.
Absolutely in the 80s. Yeah, the police are 80s band all the way, as
Yeah, yes.
far as I
But but
remember. Maybe
Sting, once he left the group, he had a lot of great albums, and
Sting.
so
Yeah.
he might have been in the 80s. One of them might be in the 80s, but I think maybe he
Yeah.
had
The
a
Dream of the Blue Turtles came out in the late
yeah,
80s, 87 maybe.
yeah.
So he didn't make my list though. I'm not as big a Sting fan as I am a police fan.
I would have to agree.
They're all
No,
different.
but there's an album we'll talk about later. Keep going.
And part of what affects me is if something gets played on the radio too much, I don't know, Sting got a lot of airplay. A lot of police songs get a lot of airplay too. Maybe one of the reasons I like this song is because it didn't get as much airplay.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens to me. This one got a lot of airplay.
Oh yeah, I know this
Yeah,
song.
when it comes to the Queen of the 80s, and I'm not talking about the game 1980, that had three monster hits on it, but this is 82 from an album. They just tacked the song onto the album 'cause it was not a very good album. People didn't like it because it was dance oriented instead of rock. But
Mm,
this particular duet with David Bowie,
yeah.
out of the park, right? Knocks it out of the park.
Under pressure. Dun dun
Yeah,
dun 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 dun.
yeah.
I know that. I know
Well,
that
that ends
song.
page one. Yay. So we're in the final few. Thank goodness.
It's your fault. I
Hot
wonder that must be.
Space. Hot Space was the name of the album that Under Pressure is on.
Oh,
And like I said, it was tacked on to have a hit or whatever.
why?
Or
I
people
wonder
hit.
how. Because David Bowie was just on that one song, Queen, right?
They chose to collaborate.
For that one song.
Yeah. Yeah. One song. That happens sometimes. John Lennon collaborated with David Bowie on the song Fame.
Oh,
Yeah. So he sings background and he plays acoustic guitar on that song.
I didn't know that. I know that song.
Yeah. Bowie liked to collaborate. One of my favorite Bowie songs is from the 90s. I'm Afraid of Americans. I think that's 1999. and he collaborated with Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails on that one, and that's a really good song. Really good song.
Oh,
Okay, back to the
I
80s.
think
Oh, look, I'm jumping. I'm revealing too much. Oh. Don't look, everybody. Don't look. I forgot. I forgot what I was doing. Here's a
like
band
this. This
that
is
should be
so
on
funny.
everybody's punk list, the Ramones. Big in the 70s, early 80s. There was a movie, Rock and Roll High School, soundtrack song, Rock and Roll High School. You know, those 80s soundtracks would have like a bunch of singles on them, right? That was kind of the
Uh-huh.
trend in the 80s to have songs. It looks like Marvin's got the same problem I got right now. Stuffy nose. Let's see stuffy together.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. That's all right. You can get away with it.
How?
How? Because I'm
How did
stuffy
I get
too.
away with it?
I'm stuffy too. I'll just call you Stuffy One and I'll be Stuffy Two. Hey, here's another 70s name. Man,
You
I'm
know what the
so
Ramones? You know
now
what
the
the
Ramones,
Ramones?
yeah, they started in the 76 because I remember I was 16 years old. How did I hear about
But
the
that was punk.
Ramones?
But that was punk rock, right?
Yeah, punk, but you know, it was cartoon punk, really. It was
Yeah.
silly punk, cartoon punk. It wasn't serious punk. The Romans
I,
were never serious punk.
the one that as we go through your list, and you say about
Yeah,
the punk rock people, I don't know them because they're punk rock.
yeah,
So I never got into punk rock.
that's okay. They're all different. This is my list of what I own.
But
That's the only reason I made this list because they didn't make the top 21.
but I know the Ramones, and I have to go back and listen to them today.
My favorite song by them, which will be on my punk list, is "Beat on the Brat."
Mm. Beat
Beat
on
on
the.
the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah,
Wow, I gotta listen to that.
it's really good.
You gotta
I
listen
hope I
to
don't get in trouble for singing that little bit there.
that. You better
Okay,
not.
better
All
not,
right.
better not. This was a pop song, very popular with the ladies. It's what I like about you. They're one-hit wonders, the Romantics.
But you missed Paul Rogers, bro.
Oh, Paul Rogers, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, 70s guy. He was in Free and Bad Company, utter legend, one of the greatest singers in rock and roll.
Wow.
And he did a solo record in '83 when he left Bad Company. It's called Cut Loose. Good record. Maybe the best song on it is Live in Peace. Probably is. In fact, it was such a good song that when he joined the firm with Jimmy Page, this song got on the album.
Wow.
Yeah. And Jimmy laid down some really good guitar for it, better than what Paul did. That's okay. That's what Jimmy does.
Paul
Yeah.
Rogers, live in peace. You put
In
that on my
peace.
list.
MTV hit. Yeah. Thank you for
That was MTV?
Live in Peace was a minor MTV hit. I wouldn't say a major one, but it got a lot of airplay
Okay, okay.
because it's a major label. You know, it gets pushed. Like MTV, will play this song. Here's some money.
Hey,
The Stone Roses. Oh, sorry.
no, Romantics. The Romantics.
Yeah, I said they're a pop group. The girls like this song. What I like about you. One hit wonders.
Oh, that's what it was.
Not much to talk about there. Yeah.
Was there one album that stood out in the 80s?
No, for me, I bought the greatest hits album.
Oh,
Yeah, and this hits better than the others. They had a Talking in Your Sleep, but they were a two-hit wonder. They had that song Talking in Your Sleep.
yeah.
Yeah, so they had two hits really. Yeah, but this one's more punky.
Funny.
All right, changing genre entirely. The Stone Roses. Little did I know this would take me on down another rabbit hole.
Wow.
It's called Britpop.
Brett.
It was a new trend in the late '80s, Britpop. One of the very first and best bands that did that was the Stone Roses. They are still revered to this day as one of the greatest Brit, I can hardly say it, Brit pop groups of all time.
Wow.
They only made two albums. The first one is a Stone classic. Every song is awesome. And the second album is almost a Stone classic. And then they have a greatest hits album, puts the best together. But I Want to Be Adored is a classic example of Britpop. It's not too rock and roll, not too poppy, kind of in between. And they were a huge influence in other bands, like one of my favorite bands, the Charlatans,
Oh yeah.
who didn't make their first record until 1990. That's why they're not on this list.
Mm.
And you might have heard of Oasis.
Oh, I know that group.
Yeah,
They
Oasis.
they had that song. They had that song about champagne something.
Champagne Supernova. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great
So
freaking song.
the reason they exist is because of the Stone Roses.
Wow.
Yeah. If you are at all curious about Britpop, I'm referring to anybody. Start with this album, the Stone Roses first album. It's the place to start for Britpop.
I will. I will. I will. Rush.
Shifting direction again, Rush. They're pretty
Rush. Tom
famous.
Sawyer. So, oh
Tom
wow.
Sawyer.
That's a song that we spoke before about this done how I can listen to a song and know where I was when I heard it.
Oh, this is one of those. Do you remember where you were?
Yep.
Where?
I was in Sanford High School. Our team, the Tigers in football season was um, in the playoffs, and we had to go to Banning to watch that playoff game. Sanford got their asses kicked, but the car and
Wow.
the guys that were driving us back. That song Tom Sawyer was playing on the radio.
It was a hit, a big hit.
Yeah,
Rush was big in the 70s. They were even bigger in the 80s.
but they wasn't like rock and roll. They were like the other group I said, kind of soft, right?
Yeah, they got softer in the 80s. In the 70s, they were rock. They were trying to be like Led Zeppelin.
Okay,
And then they were trying to be like Yes. And then in the 80s, they found their own sound, which was, like you said, a little softer.
all right.
And Geddy Lee toned down the vocals a little bit. He used to shriek pretty high up there.
Well, I
Definitely
mean,
toned it down.
but as a Rush gotten into the Hall of Fame yet?
Yes,
They
yes.
did. Okay.
They got in before Yes. Kind of weird because
Wow.
Yes was their influence, but they got in before Yes. Some of
I'm
the
glad they
bias of the,
I'm glad they did, but Rush, I mean, because I was in the Van Halen rock and roll thing, and
yeah,
Rush wasn't in there yet.
no,
You know, the softer.
you're right about that.
Keep going down.
But if you want to hear Rush rock and roll, by the first album,
Okay.
came out what,
70, 79?
74, 75, I think it was. Can't remember exactly what year, but the first album, rock and roll. And then the drummer left the group after the first album, and Neil Peart joined the group. And what a change he made to the group because he had so much talent. He wasn't just a drummer, he was also a songwriter. And he had
Oh,
very good lyrics. I mean, he's one of the top 10 lyricists, I'd say, in rock is Neil Peart.
wow.
Very progressive lyrics. Yeah. Check out those lyrics sometime. Some of them are poetry. There's one
I
that
have to
comes
look
to mind
into
right away, a song called Trees. Very poetic song because of the words.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Here's a famous dude.
Shad Bob Seger. Yeah.
Big in the
That's,
70s, possibly bigger in the 80s. He was pretty big. All right. He had nine moves in 1976.
And that's a great song.
Yeah, classic. It's one of the classics. Absolutely.
Yeah,
If
but
we did a 70s list, it would be on there.
but
We
there's
might do
another
that
one.
sometime.
There's
But in the
another.
early 80s, his rocker was her strut. Go ahead, sir. I'm interrupting you too much. I apologize.
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
I know that song, but keep talking, Don. I'm gonna bring up another song of Bob
Well,
Seger.
he had Against the Wind, right? The softer song.
Uh, yeah,
That was a pop hit. Very big pop hit. I
here's a
remember a song
live.
called Fire Lake too.
I don't know that one, but
That was
I believe remember that American Pop,
the movie.
the movie. I think Bob Singer had a song in it.
Maybe he did. I'm not remembering that movie very well right now. That was a
Sheesh.
comedy?
No, that wasn't a
No,
comedy.
no, it wasn't a comedy.
No, no, no.
Uh, is that the one that was kind of serious, actually?
It was
Kevin Spacek was he? Kevin Spacek, that one?
well, yeah, it was a
American Pie?
cartoonish. It's cartoonish.
Oh, it's cartoonish.
There
Okay.
was never any like real people's faces in it, but it was about
All right.
that
Maybe I
kid
don't
who
know it.
American Pop.
American Beauty, is that the one that has Kevin
No, it's
Spacek
called
in it?
American
Yeah.
Pop.
American Pie.
Bring it up on your phone.
Oh, I will, but not right now in the middle of this. No,
Ah,
I can't
Bob
play
Singer has a
anything because I don't
well,
want to jeopardize copyright.
Bob Singer has this live version of this song. What's the name of that song? Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, we are unprepared except for this list.
It's your fault.
Well, I wanted to surprise you with the list. Yeah,
I know the Smiths. How soon is now? Don't
the
know that.
Smiths. You're right again.
Yeah.
This is probably their most rock and roll song. How Soon Is Now, because Johnny Marr's guitar is legendary on this song.
Mm.
So
And
very big.
what would that genre be?
That is your 80s new wave,
New wave. Okay.
but it's also they kind of created a genre of their own. Uh, it's kind of what you might call navel gazing music. Yeah,
Wow.
because it's self-reflective. A lot of the lyrics are self-reflective. Very interesting lyrics. A very good lyricist. Michael Stipe. I know
Yeah.
that's REM.
Who was
Who's the
right?
Smith?
Who was writing their lyrics?
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember right now because Michael Stipe was REM. The Smiths. That was because he went solo.
Okay.
Morrissey. Yeah, Morrissey was the lead singer and lyricist, and he went solo. So he has some really brilliant lyrics.
Okay.
And it is with the zeitgeist, with the feeling of the people who were in their 20s during the 80s,
Got it.
early 20s, younger than me. Uh,
Hey,
yeah,
don't get mad. Going back to Bob Seger,
yeah.
there's a live version. The song is called Heavy Music. It's a live version in Detroit in 1975.
What's the name of the song?
Heavy Music.
Well, I don't know this song.
Man, he gets down on this one, dude. You don't know this one?
Heavy music. I don't know it.
That's right.
Don't play it.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
play it
okay.
because we get a copyright strike. Don't do it.
All right. Heavy Music.
Even
It's
five
a live
seconds of a song
version.
could get us a copyright strike. Don't do it.
They ain't gonna do it. They gonna get
Yeah.
us. Keep going. Keep
We
going.
have to license songs.
Sorry. Music
Sorry.
is
Very sorry. I'm very sorry. Hey, another one of those early 80s punk new wave bands, one foot in punk, one foot in new wave. They make my punk list because they have a song called Janitor, was kind of a hit MTV. And it was also on K-Rock. K-Rock was a big radio channel in the early 80s. That was their heyday. They would play the new wave music.
Mm.
And Suburban Lawns had that song Janitor was a hit. But my favorite song on that album, which is a practically perfect album, they made one album, one full album. It's a perfect for all intents and purposes. It's a perfect album. And my favorite song is Mom and Dad and God, which is
Wow.
kind of punky.
But there was a punk rock though, right?
Not really, the more new wave.
Suburban New
Yeah,
Wave.
softer sound. Uh,
Uh,
they had a song, Flying Saucer Safari, which was like a K-Rock hit. Uh,
okay,
yeah,
rock.
so if you're into that kind of music, that's one of the things you would have heard. Along with this group, Talking Heads, very
Another group.
famous. Yeah,
Another group.
they're on Marvin's radar.
Burning
They
down the
started in the
house.
late 70s. They had a song called Psycho Killer, which makes my punk list, right? Yeah,
Whoa. Hold on there. Hold on there.
yeah.
Because when I was started listening to Talking Heads, that wasn't punk rock.
No, they started in 77. They played in CBGBs in New York, just like Blondie did. And the Ramones played CBGBs also. So that was a punk club. So their music was definitely punk, but they went pop pretty fast.
Yeah, because when as I know,
Yeah,
Talking Heads, that wasn't punk rock.
no, you would not call them a punk group, no.
No,
But
people.
initially, punk and pop, pop punk. Psycho Killer is like a pop song, but very hard edged, very edgy. And this song is maybe one of the most famous MTV hits, Burning Down the House, which was
Yeah,
famously played live by David Byrne, the lead singer and songwriter of Talking Heads, in Stephen Colbert's last show that was on May 21st, before he was taken off the air at the president's request. So
what, what
we are tuning back into Marvin in just moments. Yes, sir.
what president? What president?
Sorry.
You said that he was taken down by some president.
President Trump.
Wow.
Yeah. It was kind of a deal where Trump sued CBS. I think he sued CBS, or he pressured CBS to take that show off the air because he didn't like the political humor of Stephen Colbert.
Wow.
So
You know what?
CBS had a desire to settle the lawsuit, if there was a lawsuit. I'm trying to remember, but it was something that maybe it was a threat of a lawsuit. And so to assuage the president, they took him off the air.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? The Talking Heads, you say punk rock. And there's some songs showing your list that says punk rock.
Yeah, you
What?
could call them that, but they had pop hits. So Burning
Interesting.
Down the House is a pop hit, popular song.
I know that's something.
Yeah.
Keep
Well,
going.
no,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep hold you up. Keep going.
no, I want you to interrupt as much as possible because I have too much to say. So I don't want this to just be all me, even though it's my list.
I
Hey,
love
and
this.
speaking of me stuff, the only reason this song is even on my list by Tavares, Penny for Your Thoughts,
I know that song.
because a sweet lady introduced me to this song.
Wow.
Very romantic young lady
Yes, song girl. Who
who
was
wanted
she?
me to escape with her to the Philippines to live on her father's ranch.
Wow.
but I was a
No,
working man.
no way.
Yeah, this happened. I think it was around the year that the Dodgers lost the World Series to the Houston Astros because she was a huge Dodgers fan and she was very bummed out when the Dodgers lost. Very bummed.
That was only like 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2017, I think it was,
That wasn't that too long ago. You're right. You're right.
or 2018. I can't remember which.
But the song is that song goes way back besides that.
Well, the song is from 1982, the album called New Directions. And it is a new direction for Tavares because they had 70s hits, they had disco hits, they had a song on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
what was the name of their song? Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. I got too much songs in my head. I'm thinking of Disco
That was
Inferno, but that was the
yeah,
Tramps.
but that was a great album to be on then. Because that movie, that Saturday Night Fever, that's probably one of the top what?
It is the top disco album, period.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And all the movies, that song has to be top 100, right? Saturday Night Fever.
exactly. Exactly. I'm just trying to remember the song because the song is kind of uncharacteristic of the songs I like by them. Because the
But the
songs I
beat,
like them by them are like this one. It's like very sweet pop, very romantic. And I remember from that album there was a song called Abracadabra, no relation to the Steve Miller song.
wow.
And so that was my romantic answer to her introducing me to this song. And I wished back Abracadabra at her. Because the chorus of Abracadabra says, "Love you too." So,
Oh,
see, so oh, ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? But not
a
meant to
pretty for your
be.
thoughts, but a pretty for your thoughts. That's a cool song, bro.
It's a very cool song because it's so romantic and it's so particular. Penny for your thoughts, a nickel for a kiss, or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wrote
So,
that song? Who wrote
well,
that?
I'm sure it was one of the members of Tavares, right?
Okay, okay. Keep going.
I
My bad. Keep
that
going.
was they were brothers.
I
So
didn't
there was
know
like
that.
Ben Tavares, and they. So one of them wrote that song, and they also had a follow-up song called something. It was called "You Are the Music." Came out on the next album in '83. Yes,
I probably know it. I probably know
same style, same style. Very romantic stuff. Very sugar sweet pop.
it.
Soulful too.
But that, because you told me that group Bread
Yeah,
and some of their
that was
songs were soft. And
very
you felt
soft, the softest of soft. Yeah,
yeah, and you don't like
yeah.
that.
Like the well, no, but I heard Bread. I was like 12 years old. I listened to AM radio, and so it was a top 40 hit, so I knew it very well. I liked it.
Yeah,
I
I mean, Bread
bought
had it.
I bought their greatest hits album.
Wow,
Yeah. Yeah. If I did a 70s top 200, they might make it. Yeah.
two
Them and the
hundred.
Carpenters.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Keep going. The Carpenters. No, but you're right. And the thing about the Carpenters was so cool. She was playing the drums,
A
right?
tragic figure. A tragic
She,
figure.
she was playing the drums. And
Oh,
she might have been she might have been, if you really look at it, she might have been one of the best drum players of all, in the whole thing, right?
female drummers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and,
She's not
and,
better than John Bonham. No.
ah,
I'm sorry. She was good, but not that good.
she was good enough for her era.
Well, yeah, they used her drumming on the recordings initially, but then they the record label wanted to move her to the front, right?
Yeah,
Because she's the singer.
because they, yeah, but anyway. Tears for
Singing
Fears.
from a drum kit is a little awkward.
Singing from what? Oh, a
If you're
drum
sitting
kit.
at the
You're
drums
right.
and you're
You're right.
singing, it's a little
Hey, but
awkward.
Phil Collins did. Phil Collins did.
But then he got a drummer when he went on tour so he could stand out front. They got Chester Thompson to play drums so Phil could stand out front. Same thing with the Eagles. Don Henley played drums, but they got another drummer out for the tour so he could stand out front.
Wow.
But they would do drumming too, because it's just a little weird. You're drumming and you're singing to a mic,
Yeah,
not
I
a
couldn't
common thing.
imagine. I couldn't even imagine having to do the whole drum kit because then your feet are going,
And
your
singing,
hands are going, your hands are
yeah.
going, and then you gotta sing.
A very
That's
famous
a
drummer named Ringo Starr would occasionally get the chance to sing a song.
that's that's amazing, dude.
Yeah. So he had a very simple kid. Hey, we got to move on because
I
this list
know,
is
I
almost
know.
done.
Tears for
Tears for
Fears.
Fears. You know,
I know them. Tears for Fears.
they're another
I
one of
don't
those
know.
80s groups,
Yeah.
80s pop.
Yep.
Huge hit. Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Right.
This is from the 83 album that came before that album. And the album was
Mm.
called The Hurting. It's a very deep song. Uh, you might remember later on they also had a hit with that song was in the movie Donnie Darko. Uh, what was that song?
Tony Dunkel?
So Mad World. Mad World.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
huge hit. But this again is from the previous album, which is yeah, it's got a few good songs on it. Both do. After the hits, it drops off a little. I'll be honest. Okay, they were a little big in the early '70s. They had a song called Wall Street Shuffle and The Things We Do for Love in the early or the late '80s, late '70s. I'm sorry, late '70s. The Things We Do for Love. But in the '80s, the band was broken up. Well, actually, in the late '70s, there were four members. Two went their own way, and the two that were left continued as 10cc. And they did that into the early '80s, and they had an album with this song on it. The song is 24 Hours, and the album is called Windows in the Jungle.
Mm.
Not Welcome to the Jungle, Windows in the Jungle.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah. And this song is probably the best thing they did in the '80s. This is the closest to their '70s material, and it's a 7-minute song.
Because I know 10cc, and it's funny because they remind me of that era with Bad Company.
It's in that era. It absolutely is. I remember being 16 in '76, and I bought Bad Company, Run with the Pack, and 10cc, How Dare You,
Because they,
76.
they walk side by side, right?
Yeah, 76, they came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Bought them both. Great
Yeah.
albums. Woo!
Wow.
A lot of '70s in this '80s list. But here's another '80s one. 10,000 Maniacs. Heard of them?
I know that group, but that's a good song I like from them, but it ain't what's the matter here.
Well, this is their best song,
That's a great song of theirs. I know
their
them.
first hit. But they had other hits too. We'll talk about them in a minute when my mind works. The title is so misleading, right? Because this is a group that had popular hits with a bit of new wave edge.
Mm.
Uh, what other hits did 10,000 Maniacs have?
They have a great
And a few,
song that is one of my top 10, 15 favorite songs.
name it.
I don't know the name of it right now.
I'll try to remember here.
They have a great song. I just love. I don't know the
There
name
was a
of it.
one, well, it was almost coming to me there. It was from the album In My Tribe, and it's Like the Weather. That was a song. It was a huge hit too. Like the Weather. Huge hit. Very lovely song. It could have been on this list too. Really
I
pretty
know.
song.
All right, cool. We cool.
I'm not sure that's the one you're talking about.
Yep.
That was probably their biggest hit,
I,
Like the Weather.
I'm
What's
gonna
the Matter
find it
Here
though.
was almost as big. And they had another later hit. Maybe you're talking about their later hit. Which is not coming to me right now, so I'm moving on. We're near
Yes,
the end.
yes, yes.
Well, here's a great 80s band, man. The.
Kingdom of Rain.
Yeah, oh, this was a collaboration with Sinead O'Connor. She
Wow.
sang the female part.
Was that before she shaved her head and her hair off?
No, she shaved it from the get-go.
So when
Yeah, as far
this
as I know,
was
she
in
had shaved from the get-go. She was shaved here too. 1989. This is probably the
she was on
last of the 80s type thing.
because she was on uh Saturday Night
She did
Live.
a remake of
Saturday
a
Night.
Prince song that was very big, Nothing Compares to You.
Oh, that was a Prince song.
Yes, sir.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But she made it her own, that's for sure.
She sure
Huge hit.
did.
Yeah.
She sure
This
did.
song is not as well known, but it's almost every bit as good. Uh, the guy who leads his name is Matt something. I'm not getting the rest of his name right now, but Matt Johnson. Yeah. He was a great songwriter and had some really good albums like Infected. This particular album was called Mind Bomb. And
Mind
that's
bomb.
Mind Bomb. Yeah. And it
Mind.
really is a mind bomb. It's a great album. Gets a little political, but it's also very sensual album. Very sensual album. And that's what this song is about. Kingdom of Rain is about an affair.
Oh,
So a very sensuous song. Man
do
and a
you think
woman duet. Sorry?
do you think that because you triggered something in my head? Um, back in the 80s, you think things musical wise was more political than that
No,
now?
no, no, no. There's been political songs
In the
forever.
90s, or like
The
in the
60s
90s?
were probably more political than any other decade, the 60s. More
Okay.
political songs. But every decade's got political songs. Absolutely. You know that
But
song, Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning?
I know Midnight Oil.
Yeah, they have a song called Beds Are Burning.
I don't know that song though. I'm gonna find it
Oh,
though.
huge hit. And it was about Australia, the Aborigines being pushed out by the Australian government, pushed away from their native lands. Uh,
Do you
yeah.
think do you think that like way in the back in the 40s or whatever when they were doing music, was it always political? Because remember that Billie Holly.
Yeah, I mean, she had that song Strange Fruit. Nothing gets more political than that. It's an amazing song about lynching. You know that song?
Well, I know, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
And the
legendary song.
and in the
If they had to
movie,
make a list of the top songs of the 20th century, it would be on that list for sure.
wow.
Absolutely. It's way up there.
Because you have to see the movie Lady Sings the Blues.
Yeah. And the lyrics are so poetic too. Now that I think about the lyrics, it's really poetic.
Sorry, keep going. You need
No,
more to
no,
say?
that's all right, man. It was in a movie, of course. Yeah. Diana Ross played her, I think,
Yeah, and Richard Pryor was in it.
probably as a manager or something,
No,
or boyfriend.
he got beat to death.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
In that
saying.
movie. He got beat to death in that movie.
That's heavy duty. All right. We're reaching the absolute end of the alphabet, but remember I mentioned them, the Traveling Wilburys. You know the
Yes.
story now, right? The album came about because George Harrison made a B-side that was too good to be a B-side. And the label said, make a whole album. So he got his buddies together. They were available for a couple of weeks, and they, made 10 songs, made an album. That particular song is called "Handled with Care." That was the one that started all this, and it really was a renaissance for all those artists. Jeff Lynne is a producer, and the material he did with Electric Light Orchestra, his band,
Oh,
was influenced. Great stuff. Roy Orbison got an album out of it. Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. Uh, who am I forgetting? Bob Dylan toured with Jeff Lynne, I think. No, Tom Petty toured with Tom Petty. That's right. And so they all got looser and freer with their music. The pretension was just washed away. It was just like, just make good songs, right?
wow.
Just make a good song. It doesn't have to
Yeah,
change
yeah,
the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
Make a good song.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
love it.
hey, you mentioned these guys, UFO.
You know them.
That was in the 70s. They rocked. But in the
I
80s,
know
they also rocked.
they did it.
They got that guitarist,
From
Michael Schenker.
that's the guy from the
Yes.
from the Scorpions.
Well, he was in UFO, but this
Brother,
before the Scorpions.
his brother or something,
Or
right?
was it after?
It was yeah,
I'm trying to get my facts straight. Michael Schenker, was he in UFO first or the Scorpions first?
yeah, that dude. Yeah,
I hope I'm
yeah.
getting my
See,
facts straight.
he sings that song. Um, Take me for a little while before it's over, and then dun dun dun. We already went over that song.
It's a Scorpion song?
No, it's UFO. It's called Take Me for a Little While. And I might be all confused, guys. So don't get mad at me, audience.
Yeah, I'm not going to get mad at you. They had a lot of hits. UFO had a lot of hits, and their live album, Strangers in the Night, is considered one of the greatest live albums ever. It is a
Wow.
great album. And it's only topped by the box set, Strangers in the Night box set, which has like 6 different concerts, full concerts. The actual live album, Strangers in the Night, has a couple of songs added in that weren't part of the concert. They made them sound live just to improve the album. But I got news for you,
Yes.
UFO fans. If you don't know already, the box set for Strangers in the Night is superior to the original live album. And the original live album is considered one of the greatest live albums of all time.
Yeah, but you gotta think, people, audience, you gotta think about it. Peter Frampton's live version of his concert has to be way up there too, right?
Well, it's probably one of the top live albums of the 70s and all time as well. But that album was dubbed. Some of the guitar was dubbed to improve
Ah,
the sound of the guitar.
I messed up again.
Yeah, you didn't mess up, man. It was common practice then. They used to improve the recordings. Thin Lizzy, same thing. Their live album got improved, Live and Dangerous, by
Wow.
redubbing the guitars, to make it
Then let's
meatier.
then Lizzie, we can go
It's a great
on
live album.
we can go on and on down this rabbit hole. And you brought up
Yeah,
then Lizzie. Wow. He's that on your list?
they're a 70s band. They wouldn't be on the 80s list.
Well, let's go back to the 70s.
We will in another video. We're almost done. Look, we're at the letter
Sorry,
U.
guys. I'm sorry, guys. Audience. I'm sorry. Go down.
Yeah, it's been a long video. Ultravox, Vienna. This was another gift album given to me by my wife, my then wife's friend. What a great album it was. What a great band. They had several hits. They played at Live Aid in 1985. But Vienna's got to be their best song.
Wow. Never heard of them.
Well, because they're that same thing. They're new wave, the new wave sound, kind of romantic in a gothic way. Uh, It's just that sound. It was more synth driven. One of the characteristics of the new wave bands is a lot of synthesizer, less guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. You too,
Seen it
legendary.
live. Seen it live. Seen them live
And that's something I can't say. So you got
at
one
the
on me
LA
there.
Coliseum. At the LA Coliseum. Well, what was that album called?
Joshua Tree,
Yeah,
that was their biggest one.
I seen
You
them
saw them
live.
at their peak. I'm
I
very
seen
jealous.
them live at the Coliseum, LA Coliseum. I
Yeah.
was working. I was working at shoot, what's the name of that damn thing? I was working at this someplace.
You were
And,
working there?
no, not there. What's
Oh.
the place that I hate
Oh,
to
they
go.
would like you get to go to concerts because of it?
No, I was working at this place with some other people, and they had an extra ticket. And they said, Marvin, you want to go with us? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because of them, you got to go.
yep, might let's
Pretty
go.
cool. For I got to go to a couple things as a teacher, like Dodger games, that kind of thing.
UPS. I was working at UPS, Don.
There you go.
I was working at UPS.
Well, that's a definite spiff of the job. Wow.
And we
So
worked
this
in,
song is from that album,
yeah,
Joshua Tree, where the streets have no name. In fact, it should
yep,
be streets. I think I can edit it right here.
with the
Streets,
streets.
man. There we go.
Yeah,
I think I'll save that. Savey, savey.
see me.
Okay.
Sorry, Don. I know I'm talking too
No,
much.
you do not need to apologize. You are not talking too much. Heavens no. It's just we have our own thought patterns, our own cadence. The speed of our cadence is different. And so it's no fault of yours, that's for sure.
Okay, okay.
We're getting real close to the end here. The Vapors. This is another new wave band from the early 80s. They had a song called Turning Japanese, which is like code for masturbation.
What?
Yes, you heard right. Code. It's a code term for masturbation.
Turning Japanese is a code for masturbation.
Yeah, because when you're masturbating, you close your eyes. So you turn Japanese. That's
Oh,
totally
no, oh,
non-PC, okay?
that's
That's not
not
politically
turning
correct at all.
Japanese. Oh,
That could be one of the reasons why this song is not being remembered, because it's not
that's the
politically correct.
song. Turning Japanese.
I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a huge hit. Definitely crossed into the pop area, but it was a new wave. And the Vapors were a good band. I bought their greatest hits album, and all the songs are good.
How many albums did they come out with?
Say that again.
How many albums did the
I
Vapors
have no
come
idea.
out?
No
Oh,
idea because I just bought the greatest hits.
oh, yeah,
I'm
the
not gonna
greatest.
lie. I just bought the greatest hits.
Hey, yeah,
They had
you
one
can't.
album that I know. I think I might have bought it when I was younger. New Clear Days. New Clear Days. Say it
Okay.
fast. Nuclear Days. Nuclear Days.
Nuclear days.
Nuclear Days.
Nuclear days. Oh,
Like
nuclear
it
days.
sounds like nuclear days, but it's
Wow.
new clear days. Yeah. That was on
Wow.
purpose. It was a pun. Yeah. They
That's
had a song in that album called Letters from Hero, who was the Emperor of Japan back in World War II, I believe. And so just a lot of quirky, they were kind of quirky, like a 10cc type of quirky, but not as self-conscious as 10cc was. They were more, they had a foot very gently into punk, mostly new wave. Right.
there
But
was a
there
punk
were
band.
there were bands back then too that played power pop. Power
Never,
pop is where you have the guitars up really high, jangling.
never heard of that.
Uh, Power pop. There was a song by the Knack. The Knack had a hit called "My Sharona."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's quintessential power pop. Do 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 do
I
do do.
know, I know that song.
Yeah, gigantic hit, number one hit. They
Yeah,
didn't have any other hits really.
right. I was gonna say that was a one-hit wonder, right?
Well, they had a minor hit, Good Girls Don't, but see, you might not know it because it was minor. Not as big of a hit. Yeah, that group kind of a flash in the pan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What comes after V? No, we're still in V. Andreas Vollenweider, one of the big age, maybe the biggest name in New Age of the late 80s is Andreas Vollenweider. He played the harp, but he played it uh, electrified harp. So it wasn't gentle harp. It was really snappy harp,
Wow.
almost jazz. And this kind of music got so popular, New Age music, this particular kind of New Age music, that Disneyland had a dance area around that time with all those New Age colors like pink and lime green, you know. So this dance place would play Andreas Vollenweider uh, during the rest periods, right? Just
Wow.
as like background music. So it was very popular with the New Age crowd, very popular. And he had maybe four great albums, and then it kind of burned out. It's hard to make more than four great albums. How many bands do that? Very few.
Yeah, but no, no, no. A lot do do it. A lot
Some
do,
do. Yes, some do. Absolutely.
and some don't.
But yeah, more don't than do. Leave it at
Okay,
that.
got it,
Yeah.
got it.
For example, Wall of Voodoo, it's one of my favorite new wave with a foot in punk bands. Their pop hit was Mexican Radio. Quirky. I wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecue iguana or whatever.
I know
And
what I know the song, the group Wall of Voodoo, but I
yeah,
don't know any of their songs.
yeah. Well, you were not in my wheelhouse back then. Because if you were, uh, they had their first EP come out in 1980, had a song on it, a remake of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Wow.
But this was no normal remake. It was Halloween style.
Hmm.
Halloween stuff, very gothic. And my birthday being Halloween, I loved it. But it was just good anyway, irregardless. The EP, all of it good.
Okay.
There's a song on there called Can't Make Love, which was a minor not MTV, K-Rock hit.
Okay.
Can't make love to the boys in this city. Can't make love to the girls in this city because the girls think I will use them. You know. So in '81, I was definitely enjoying this band, and my sister also dabbled in music journalism for a short while, and she
Oh,
interviewed two people. She interviewed Oingo Boingo's leader, Danny Elfman,
wow.
at his house, and I got to go along.
Wow.
And Walla Voodoo's leader, Stan Ridgway, we got to go to his apartment. I got to go along and meet these guys.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was very cool. She did most of the talking. I was just like
Hey,
gawking.
hey, you audience out there, I'm gonna go and have a cigarette, but I'm still gonna be online. Okay, keep on
Well,
talking.
I guess it's an addiction because this list is almost over. This is the
Oh,
last entry.
wait.
Yellow Magic Orchestra, Firecracker. Heard of them?
Yellow
Probably not.
Magic. Which I've never heard of them before.
Yeah,
Firecracker? No.
Firecracker. I hope I have this right in the 80s. I'm doubting myself right now, but it has to
Wow.
be 80s. Yeah. I got to do a phone check. I'll do a phone check. Yeah, because I don't want to mess up the screen.
Yeah.
I hope I got that right.
Can't
Because
wait
it's
to
the end of the
see.
list. Maybe I got tired and lazy or something. Let's see. They were also known as YMO,
See that. YMO Yellow Magic Orchestra. I can see
right?
that.
They were from Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Yeah, YMO. There it is. My answer in just moments here. Peru. Yeah, they were formed in 78, but when did the song come out? Let's see.
78. 78.
78. So this is not an 80s song. I'm gonna have to take them
Take
off
it
the
out.
list.
That's it. Sorry.
Sorry. So now my list is only 50. Oh, and yes, they were the last ones.
Oh, oh, Live Alone. I know that song definitely. And you know what? I'm gonna be real honest with you, Don, because
Yes, sir.
you love yes.
Yeah, I love
I
yes way too much.
no, but I mean, there wasn't in my era.
Not your era. Totally not your era.
Yeah,
I understand. That's okay. It's okay. We don't have to agree on everything.
I'm glad we can do that.
I saw Yes Live like 30 times,
I
maybe
know.
more.
You took me
Uh,
one time down this
every year. Yeah.
what did we go to see that concert Don?
Uh,
Yes, what is that
it's
called?
hard, hard to remember which one.
What
Yeah,
did
the year would help. But
no, what was that? We went to it
the
was
Greek
in that
Theater?
yeah,
It must have been the Greek Theater because that was after Chris Squire had died. And so it was like the memorial.
yeah.
Yeah, they had his guitar on the stage.
And they had Toto opened up
Open
for
for
them.
them, yes.
Remember that?
Your memory is good.
Yeah, I know it
Toto
is.
was even louder than yes. I remember that.
You know what the thing is about that concert, John, was that there were so many people behind us trying to. They're still like Toto fans. And then
Yeah,
they kept saying, um, um, "What's that song from Toto called?
hold the
Africa
line.
something." No, the African.
Uh, there's rain down in Africa. Yeah, what is that song?
And they kept saying, "Oh, this is not. It's the one." They came, never came back up.
I got the song in my head. Oh well,
Think it down. Are we gonna do? Are we gonna do? When
let's
Rennie's
get
like,
Rennie. Let's get Rennie. You take your smoke break,
okay,
and
okay.
we'll get Rennie right after this. Okay.